Hey guys, Solar here, back again with another review, and today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Deadpool 2 Walmart exclusive Cable. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with aesthetics and articulation, and for the most part, it's pretty much the same. I mean, it's Marvel Legends, you know what you're getting into, so we'll try and make this as quick and painless as possible, or I'll just drag it out because I thrive on your pain and suffering. But looking at the head here, looks like a mini Josh Brolin. That was the point, but Hasbro is very good at nailing his likeness. As far as this guy and Thanos, for those of you who don't know, there's a couple of Thanos that do look really good. Not the Build-A-Figure from Infinity War. That one looks like a bloated California raisin with an ass-cracked chin. They've done better ones since then. But this, definitely a little Josh Brolin. So if you want to do a little Josh Brolin, there you go. I will say he's got a different kind of neck situation here. He's got a double ball peg, which this one is more effective, I think, because he can look straight up, he can look straight down, tilt side to side, snap his neck. Now he's dead, of course. Lots of nice sculpted detail. I don't think there's a single reused piece on here, so that's nice. Kind of reminds me of the Cable we got way back in, 2016 from the Juggernaut wave, as far as the costume goes. Good times, bad times, however the sound goes. As far as the shoulders go, they can go out to the side, past 90, ever so slightly. No butterfly joints. I think he would have benefited from that, but there's not a lot of clearance for that. There's a little bit, but not a ton. And they do rotate forward and back on nice clicky ratchets, so that's nice. It's cool. Bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow. He can punch himself in his own face, so that's fun. It's got the swivel at the wrist, and then the trigger finger hands have the proper vertical hinge that goes up and down. He does come with a pair of fist hands, which do have the in and out hinge, but we'll talk about that during the accessories. As for the torso, though, he's got a diaphragm joint going on here, I believe. I don't think it's a straight ab crunch. I can't tell with this vest piece. This thing ain't coming off. Yeah, it feels like a... maybe it's just an ab crunch because it's got no tilt to it. Because he also has a waist swivel. And then, of course, he's got this belt here with a little Care Bear, I guess. A little teddy bear. I believe this is Hope Summers' teddy bear, which is one of the worst Marvel Legends figures of all time because it's just shit and I hate it and it's garbage. That's why it's terrible. Character's probably cool, but that figure from, the Terrax wave, total shit. Total shit. It's got a couple of holsters over here. Talk about that more in accessories. Hips kick out to the side. Not too bad, considering he's got all this stuff going on. They kick forward, decent amount. Back, decent amount. Thigh cut. Double joint at the knee. I haven't had any figures kicking their own asses lately. I don't know what's up with that. Boot swivel, as well as a hinge in the foot with a rocker joint that works just fine. So, as well as peg holes on the bottom of the feet, but they don't make stands for these really, so who cares? Yeah. I will say the robot arm gets about the same range as this arm here. It is pretty hindered though. I had a hell of a time actually getting this guy into decent poses. Just based off of that. I think it's something to do with the arms and the legs. just being hindered enough to where I can't really get him into a ton of poses. But you can do it. It can be done, and thy will be done. So, with that being said, let's move on to the accessories. Moving on to the accessories, and let's just get the elephant out of the room here, because I don't know if some of you would classify this as an accessory, but he does come with his cape. I just took it off to make the articulation part of this review a little bit easier. All you're going to do is slide it on to his noggin. You don't need to pop his head off or anything. Just slides right on. And sits on him fairly well. The fact it's easily removable is cool because you can give him a cloth goods cape, but I'll show you that in a second here. Also, he comes with 2 fist hands, so he can punch things. I'll probably display him with at least one of these, but to keep things short and sweet, I'll just put these off to the side for now. They do have the in and out hinge as well, so they are articulated properly. Does have a little pistol here, which you can take. I'll bring him in. He's got a little holster on his side, which I talked about just a minute ago. You can put this in here, and it does fit in there nice and snug. That ain't going nowhere, so that is cool. Yeah. I do kind of wish this teddy bear could come off, but I don't think he ever removed it in the movie, so that's probably why it's just hanging out. And then he comes with this big honking crazy thing. Looks more like a G.I. Joe classified gun, to be honest with you. Not sure if this is movie accurate in the slightest. I assume it is. You know. And it does have 2 little attachments, so you can give it the... Here we go, this big attachment. Give you that look. Or, this is what I do. Get over here. You can give it this one. It's a little bit smaller. So, I like to leave the smaller attachment on. I'm not sure if this is like the time travel gun or what. I thought this was a separate gun because it has a little indent here. But, yeah. Both of which do fit in the holster on his hip there. So, putting this in here. I'm not entirely sure the proper way to put this in here. I put it in this way. I assume that's right. If not, well then sue me. But getting his gun in his hand is not too difficult. If I can do that quick, I shall. Yeah, it's very easy. His hands are pretty flexible, I will say. That's the one thing this guy's got going for him. Very flexible in the hands. So, getting him stood up here. Tilt the camera up. And then adjust it a little bit more. There we go. We're too high. Do it. There we go. That's good enough. There he is, with his big honkin' rifle and all of his other accoutrements. There you go. So with that being said, let's get him into focus and take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here is Cable next to a couple of G.I. Joe Classified Series figures in case you wanted to fudge them into this line. We got Duke on the left and Gung Ho on the right. Up next, here he is next to Negasonic Teenage Warhead on the left, and the movie Deadpool on the right. And last but certainly not least, got our two regulars, got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus on the left, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn on the right. So that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while I do quite like this figure, it's not the most fun to pose, I've noticed. I'm not sure quite why that is. He's got hindrances, yes, but I can usually make do with what I have as far as that goes. But as far as this guy's concerned, yeah, not the most fun thing to pose. But with that said, he does look a hell of a lot like Josh Brolin in the face there, and I think will look really awesome with the rest of my Deadpool movie figures. So if you're at all interested in completing that lineup, I would highly recommend you pick this guy up. He is a Walmart exclusive, like the Venom cap I reviewed last week, but just like said Venom cap I reviewed last week, I was able to get this guy off of Walmart.com with free shipping, no less, for retail price. Maybe he's gone down a little bit now. Not too sure about all that. But, yeah. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, or I guess dislike it now, because that's a thing. That's a shout out to you, random ass clown who probably has no content on their crap channel with 2 subs. So there you go. As well as hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. I've got plenty more coming, as well as another top 10 list next week, which will be my top 10 favorite figures overall. Again, with the overalls of the year. As well as leave a comment in the comments section below. Let me know what you think of this figure, and if you've had a bit of pain in the butt of a time trying to pose this guy up. I know I have. Maybe that's just a me problem, though. But with that being said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.